Hey, honey.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Friday Featurette. Basically, bonus content on the channel here. Not something nerdy, not something that fits into not recipe roulette. So today, I'm making some very simple, basic tamales. You can definitely spice these up, but this is just to show you how to make tamales and just get us something extra to have on hand. Both actually after you make these, if you don't eat them all, because you're gonna make a bunch, even though I'm making a half batch, but you're still gonna have some extras for some leftover snacks or lunches put in the freezer. So let's go walk through how to put these together. All right, so I'm gonna start by my tamale making process by starting with my sauce first. So I got about a quarter cup worth of bell pepper, a cup of onion, and 2 cups of tomatoes. And I'm going to give them a little seasoning of salt. Got them sitting here in we got these new fancy air fryer trays, little silicone, like our silicone mats. We can just load this up with anything that might be saucy and drippy, so it doesn't make a mess through our air fryer. So I'm going to take these, now that I've got them all nice and salted, try to clear myself off a little space so I can get into my air fryer. Warning, making tamales is a lot of dirty dishes, but it is worth it. So I got my into there. I'm going to air fry this at 360 for about 20 minutes so everything gets nice and crispy and fried up while I'm working on everything else. So for my filling, I'm not going to use all of this 3 cups of cooked rice or all of my 1.5 cups of cooked beans, but I'm just getting them put together into this. You can use some leftovers if you want. You can make this up and have some leftover rice and beans. Always a nice good freezer meal. Have floating around just some rice and beans. Becomes a staple side dish or a main dish. Remember, as Laura likes to say, this is a complete protein in here, rice and beans. So I got those mixed up. I'm going to set those over to the side. Clear up my cutting board just a little bit before I grab my big mixing bowl. And then in my big mixing bowl, I'm going to put, drop the measuring cup. I'm going to put a 1.5 cups of hot water in here. To this, I'm going to add half a stick of butter. So half a comedy routine of butter in there. I know that joke was pretty lame, but hey, I'm the one entertaining myself while I'm cooking. And remember, you got to entertain yourself while you're cooking. So I am going to let this butter get melted by that hot water. Meanwhile, in another bowl, I got 2 cups of masa corn flour and 1/2 tablespoon of baking powder. I'm just going to get my dry ingredients mixed up a little bit. That way we don't have a big, huge clump of baking soda in there. Now you can't really see that, but I'll try to move it over here so you can see me mixing. Proof that I'm stirring it up on camera. Alright, we gotta let this butter melt just a little bit more. So I'm gonna set this over to the side, grab my other big mixing bowl, set that sucker down, and grab some corn husk. I like to keep mine in a baggie after I've opened up, because it comes in a huge pack. Remember, this is not, I'm not doing the full recipe that I got on the packaging. Just doing like a half recipe, or else I'd be using like this whole bag of corn husk. I just keep them in the, I just use them as I need them, keeping them in the freezer so they'll stay fresh. Alright, got some corn husk in my bowl. Grab my boiling hot water to rehydrate my corn husk. While I'm waiting for those to hydrate, I'm going to bring my other bowl back over. I'm going to let this butter melt down a little bit more, and I'll be back for the next step. Alright, so our butter has melted into our hot water. So now it's time to add the wet and the dry together. Just going to stir this up so we got a nice masa paste. Should be a little wet dough action going on here. Make sure everything gets mixed up nice and good. Alright, that is nice and goodly mixed up. Now I'm going to grab a big spoon, well, a big tablespoon, not a big, I already got my big spoon, just to clear that off a little bit. So we can get that down in there. So we don't need the big spoon, we need the small spoon. And then, carefully, I'm going to extract the corn husk out of my hot water. Get a good spoonful of this, use the corn husk, knock that off. And we're going to try to smear the masa flour around. I want to get a good thin layer inside your corn husk. Yeah, let's get in here with our hands. The fun part of cooking. Just make sure your hands are clean. Mine are nice and clean. Okay. It's got a good layer. Wants to stick to me, not the husk. Alright, once you got a nice good layer like that, show that off to you a little bit. You're gonna grab an ice cream scoop, give it some test clicks, grab a scoop of this rice and beans, put that right in there, and then we're going to seal this up. I kind of want to push one side of the masa down, give the bottom a little flip, makes a little pocket so you got a little open top. And I'm going to prep these all up, but I'm going to need a big pot, my steamer basket, and put about a good inch of water down the bottom of that pot. That's about a half inch of water. Alright, so like a half inch of water in the pot. Then place your tamales into your steamer basket like you got there. Let me show you. Half inch of water down below, steamer basket, tamales. Now I'm just going to layer in tamales until I get this all nice and full. Then I'm going to steam these for about 20 minutes. And then, hopefully by that point, I'll have this all done, and I'll have the sauce all done, because the sauce looks like it's still got about 7 minutes left on cooking time. Oh, the veggies for the sauce. So I'm going to get the tamales loaded, and then show you how to make the sauce. Alright, so I got all my tamales made up. They're boiling. I'm bringing the water in the pot to a boil so I can steam them. Then I'm going to drop the heat down to like a medium-low. But while that's all cooking for the next 20 minutes, I got to make a sauce. So I want to make a very simple, mild sauce here. So I'm putting my roasted peppers, my roasted onion, my roasted tomatoes. Hot. Ooh, hot, hot, hot. Looks like I got about, I'm going to put about a tablespoon. I think I got about 2 tablespoons left in my spice jar, so I'm just trying to get a tablespoon of cumin put into my blender. Clean off. Put my dandy silicone. See, look at that. That's the mess all on the bottom of my silicone mat. Not in my air fryer. Not all through everything. And then I'm just going to puree this in my blender. And we got a very simple, mild salsa. Alright, so seeing how this is a Friday featurette, but it's a food cooking one, so we're going to do a first bite. So. Oh yeah. Just came out of the steaming pot. More sauce.
Salsa's really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, nice. Doughy. I don't know, what do you call it?
The masa?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just it's doughy. It's like a steamed.
Yeah, but doughy dough is weird.
Yeah, it's
It's good.
It's good. All right.
Okay, I was trying to look for a proper word, but I didn't have one. But anyways, the matzah surrounding is good. Beans, rice, basic. Can't go wrong there. Top it with a good salsa.
All right. All right. Well, this is just Friday featurette, so there's no like picking a recipe for next time. So we'll say goodbye, everybody.
Okay, bye everybody.
Peace.
Hey everybody, thanks for staying till the end of the episode. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Follow us on Facebook at Board Barista Productions. And if you want to support us, Patreon link at the bottom.